Can you tell us about yourself? What's your background story?
My name is Dan Wadhwani. I'm the Fletcher Jones Professor of Entrepreneurship at University of the Pacific in the Eberhardt School of Business. I also teach entrepreneurship and business history at University of Southern California, Copenhagen Business School, and University of Kyoto. I've been at Pacific for 14 years and taught entrepreneurship at Harvard Business School before coming to Pacific. I also have considerable industry experience. I worked in management consulting for quite a while, particularly in the healthcare industry, and have since 2014 been an venture partner at Impact Venture Capital in Northern California.
What are the traits you believe are necessary to become a good entrepreneur or product designer?
I'm often asked what makes a good entrepreneur? What are the traits of a good entrepreneur? And of course, there are the standard answers to that question. Good entrepreneurs are persistent, they are good communicators, they assemble good people around them, they tend to be able to tolerate risk while managing it. But I think for me, the most underappreciated and yet extremely important trait of particularly good entrepreneurs are they're good listeners and they're good observers. If you think about what's at the core of entrepreneurship, it's gaining insight into people and communities' needs, sometimes before those people and communities even themselves understand and articulate them. So good entrepreneurs have to be fundamentally good at noticing these things. They have to be good at listening and seeing and interacting in ways that provide unique insights into the products and services and markets that people need in order to grow and thrive.
What are your perspectives regarding the development of entrepreneurship and innovation in universities for the future?
Entrepreneurship and innovation have continuously grown as important subjects and, more importantly, approaches to learning in universities over the last 30 and 40 years. And from all I can tell, they will continue to grow in the future. 30 or 40 years ago, there were only a handful of classes on entrepreneurship and a few programs on it nationwide in the United States. Today, virtually every university has classes, most have programs and centers, and entrepreneurship has extended well beyond that initial focus within business schools and engineering schools to really a sort of a set of tools, mindsets, approaches that's being taught throughout the university. And so I would imagine that that trend will continue. I think entrepreneurship will really become something core that's across the curriculum, that engages creative as well as analytical and critical thinking, that involves learning by doing, is experiential, and involves interdisciplinary skills and teams. And so in many ways, I think it's an essential part of not just a practical education, not just an education for the real world, but even equally important, essential to a liberal education.
Lastly, I want to know what's your advice for all the students who seek to create their own products?
Over the years, I've helped students and startup entrepreneurs come up with or modify dozens, if not hundreds of ideas and business concepts. I think one thing that I look for that's critical in any entrepreneurial endeavor that helps you develop the idea is a sense of why now? What's changed? What's the bigger story within which we can explain the development of this concept or this business or this service or this product? Products and services that are successful appear at a particular time. Maybe there's a change in technology, or there's a rise in demand, or there's a shift in regulation. And in order to be able to really come up with a good idea, a good concept, you have to be able to tell the story for why that concept's time is now. And so that's what I tend to look for in a robust new product or service.